Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. On this episode, I'll be working on the Xr6 1996. So I've got to replace the distributor, and also got to do the leads, and also got to just do the gas struts for the bonnet. All right, first up, let's pop this bonnet. Spin these around. Here we are. Yeah, so right now the gas struts don't even hold it up at all, so it's like literally just wants to drop. So I need a stand. All right, so somehow I've wedged a broom in there. Ow, fuck. Well, that didn't work. All right, so I'll put it back there exactly how it was. It's not falling now, and I don't want to go near it. I still don't trust it. So, all right, take these off first so this bloody bonnet can stay up. All right, eBay. I'm not 100% sure if these ones are going to be any good. To be honest, they were $20 off eBay, so they might not even bloody fit, to be honest. It's pretty similar size though. There we go. One out. Two out. There we go. Alright, before we get too carried away, still don't trust this fucking bonnet. But yeah, see. Yeah, looks like it's gonna be the same length. So I've just got like a little tool like this. And basically you just go in the back of there and you can just release these things here. They sort of bite onto like a ball. So yeah. Alright, let's try and do this without this dropping down and killing me. So it's easy, just like that. Still don't trust this bonnet. Alright, it's the first one off, and it's basically like a seal's gone in this. It's basically, you can see it's leaking everywhere, and probably from like maybe having the bonnet open too long, I don't know. Could be lots of different things. And pretty well, you know, you don't need to release this. You can just literally just bang them on. Well, yeah, I haven't tried it yet, but I know you can. Yeah, that's clipped straight on. Need this one here to spin. Which will spin that. And I need to push it down. Okay, this one's gonna take a bit. I just lift the bonnet up. All right. They actually feel like they work quite well. They actually take a bit to get on. All right, so the other side, same thing. Just release that pin like that somehow. I still don't trust it. Oh, yeah. There we go, that one's off. All right, no more broom, hopefully. All right, gas struts are on. It's holding itself up now, so it's a benefit. Oh, takes a bit to even close. Yeah. Oh, it's actually lifting itself up. I haven't seen that in a long time, ever since I've owned the thing. Yeah, they're pretty well lit. That's good. All right, so next up is the distributor. So I've got the distributor here, got the leads. Well, I haven't had to replace too many distributors, so yeah. I got the gist of it. I watched a couple of videos on it. I've done little stuff around distributors, but not. I haven't had to replace one in the almighty EL Falcon. So, and the thing about the EL Falcon, the distributor's in a really painful location. All right, so it's there, but you can't see it because it's underneath the intake manifold. So it's like in there somewhere. Pretty well, you can see the leads. I don't have a bit of torch. It's a bit better. You can see where the leads go in there now. So it's in a bit of a pain of a location, but it is what it is. And it needs to be done, so. All right, let's just get this stuff out of the box. And to be honest, I'm not even sure if it's going to be the right part. I probably won't know until I get the one out of the car, so see how that goes. All right, these two. I actually have opened this one now. I've actually had a look at it, but yeah. Yeah, it's nothing special, it's just a distributor. So, yeah, nothing else in the box. No instructions, so yeah, you just fucking gotta hope for the best, I guess. It's pretty basic anyway, there's not really that much to them. You just put it back exactly how you took it out anyway, so. So this is the Chinese one. So yeah, hopefully it's all good. That's that one. Yep, and that's all the leads. So, oh. Oh, we do have a bit of paperwork. I don't know what this bloody paperwork's going to even say or do, or say do not touch when the car's running, probably like that. Yeah, just chuck that away, you don't need that. All right. So, before I started pulling apart the distributor and pulling all the car apart to try and get that one out, like I have to change this gear off that one onto this one because apparently these metals aren't the same and it's going to shear. So I thought I'll just have a little look at this, and so I've just pulled the rotor off, pulled this plastic thing off, pulled the distributor cap off, and realised there's a circlips there. Hopefully you just undo that there and this shaft slides out. Not 100% sure. Just found that I have circlips, which was quite surprising that I even have any. So, but they're not really the right ones for the job, so that's another pain in the ass. So they don't quite go in the right location. I need straight ones, not 90-degree ones. So I had a bit on. There we go. I feel like it doesn't feel like anything's loose since then, since I just done that. So that's just made things. Feels like every time you work on something, it's always like that should fix the problem, and it just never does. All right. So after making a phone call and talking to one of my mates, turns out, yeah, you just knock this little pin out. This real little pin. It's really hard to see. But yeah, you just knock that little pin out, which is basically just inside that gear. And it actually comes out quite easily. It comes out a lot easier than what you think. Like, it was like, I knocked it out with a welding rod out of a arc welder. I just knocked it out. It was quite easy. I didn't have a center punch here. So yeah, it just slides on and off. Okay, so all this other stuff I had to pull off. Didn't need to do that. That was a complete waste of time. Now we know. So now I have to pull apart the Falcon itself, and yeah, let's see how that goes. All right, so I have to take a couple more things off. I should probably take this off, possibly the hose, because yeah, pretty well have to go in this exact area, which would make a bit of water go. There won't be much water, it'll be like a little bit of water up here. Just drop it on the ground, who cares? I'm at that point now where it doesn't matter anymore. All right, let's just take this shit off. Start with this one. Don't need to worry about the bonnet coming down on my head anymore, so that's always good. So it's good when you don't need to be paranoid all the time. And you know, for like $20, like to do these gas struts, bonnet struts off eBay, and like they had these other ones on there as well, which were heavy duty ones. The $20 ones are fine. It's almost at the point when I almost thought I was going to bend the bonnet that these struts were that good. I know that sounds a bit of an exaggeration, but it was. Right, might make a little bit of a mess, but that'll be fine. You know what, I probably don't need to take this hose off. Probably help. You gotta be really good if it didn't have this AC there. And maybe this heater hose. This other heater hose, also no good. Probably this whole thermostat housing here, that'd be nice too. Oh well, got plenty of coolant laying around anyway. Always find if you ever take off a radio hose, if you can just twist it, it's probably the quickest way to get them off. Like even if it's an extremely tight one, just try and twist. This one feels like extremely easy. Normally they're never this easy, so it must want to come off. Coolant's gonna go everywhere, but yes, it'll be alright. It's not that much. Not as much as I thought it was gonna be. There's gonna be a lot more coming out of the radiator though. Come on. Come on now. Yeah, that one had a bit on. That'd be fine. All this room for activities now. This wire's annoying me just by looking at it. Just trying to think if you can even get that out of there. Let's just pop that off. Alright, that's sort of out of the way a little bit. Probably in the way a little bit. Also be alright. I'm starting to think this is going to be a pain in the job. Alright, I see the bolt down there. Looks like a 13 or 14. And that's what holds the distributor in, also where you would adjust your timing and all that type of jazz. I might take that off because this is going to get annoying. Power steering's a bit low. Going old school with the spanner. Out of the way. Alright guys, so I'll just show you on that one. Yeah, I think that's top dead center anyway. Right there, so yeah, so should be all good to pull the distributor out, which I've got to get to somewhere down in there. You can see a nut, maybe sort of hard to see with the light. And it's also going to be just challenging enough just to try and get it anyway. But it's down there anyway, and that holds the distributor in place and timed and stuff like that. So the distributor's also right there. It's in a bit of a pain of a location that I've basically got to turn the camera upside down to get to. Yeah, so I've got to crack that loose and probably somehow, yeah, get it out without the cap on or something like that. I don't know. We'll have to just work that out as we go. All right, so we're back. We're undoing it. We're undoing the bolt that adjusts everything. Don't know how long this bolt is. Might go on forever. Maybe not. Or it could be ready to come out. There we go. So it turns out it has a spring washer on there. Also, I just rammed some tape in there. I find that works for me. You do you. Huh? You know what? Something just dropped, and I fucking hate that. Tell you what. After taking that out, turns out it's actually quite hard to take them out. Definitely looks old and absolutely bugging. Here we go. Oh my God. I have it. So I ended up taking over the vise and I finally got it out. It's another little, very extremely tight pin. But even this spline, just trying to get it, oh, there we go. We've got this off. This one here doesn't have a washer on it. Does that matter? I'm not sure. Bosch. This one is Bosch. This one here is not Bosch. This one here is Mobile Electron. Yeah, to me the gears look identical to this gear, to that gear. They look exactly the same to me. But apparently I've got to put this one on here. So does it line up? Yes, it does. Do I use the extremely tight pin that took a good bash in, or do I use this other pin that basically just fell in? I feel like using the easy pin, maybe it's not a good idea. It's not going to slide straight in, so I'll get this pin in, and it's probably going to call it a night anyway because my battery on the GoPro is about to die. I think it only had like 5% left. So I'm going to knock this pin in and I'm going to start recording tomorrow and see where we're at. Alright, so we're back. It's the next day because last night I ended up giving up because you didn't want to play the game, and I got it in. I thought it was right, but maybe I was out by a tooth, and if you're out by a tooth, it probably won't run properly. So now I watched a video last night, this other bloke doing it. Having the airbox out of the way makes it a lot easier. Airbox, air filter, somehow get that there out. Alright. Yeah, so it was pretty shit, yeah. Trying to start her up and yeah, just did not want to run. So yeah. We have another bolt hidden down there. There. My extension is here. Bing, boom. It's down there. Extension. So I got it at this point before, and I was like, oh yeah, that's definitely seated. It went down in there, twisted and located, and I was like, yeah, that's it. It's not. So I've also seen like people jiggle the crank itself to try and get it a bit better. But it's not 100% flush right now. Even now, it's still not. Won't go back into its home, you know. And you can try and explain to me why it won't, but it just doesn't. Just that one area that I want to go, doesn't want to go. Alright guys, so yeah, I don't know how to say it, but there was a whole, probably 4 or 5 hours that I probably didn't film, and I couldn't get it running for a long time. And it was just a couple of little things that like, so I probably didn't put it on top dead center, but I was like, oh yeah, fair enough, it's just 180 out, so just spun it around, should be fine. No. Then I was like just checking everything. When it was 180 out, it was running, but it was just running extremely rough. So I was like, nah, something's not right there. So yeah, I put it back to top dead center. It was on the compression stroke, and it was 180 out. Spun it around, and then it still wouldn't run properly. And I was like, it must be just out by a tooth. So like I'd go one back, still wouldn't run properly, and there was like this one tooth in between I couldn't get. Like I could go either front or back, and it was just like just the littlest bit. And like I was trying to get it in this one spot because I knew that's where it needed to go, but it just would not go. And even I was like turning the crank over, full rotation, just trying to like for it to drop in, and I turned that crank over so many times. I'm thinking it needs to go here, but it just won't go in. And yeah, it eventually did drop in, but I turned it probably like a whole hand's width around on the crank, and just went with the dizzy like heaps far off like the mark that it was meant to be, and then it just went back in. Then I went back around to the timing mark again, and it was like lined up, and I was like, oh my God. So like having it lined up on the crank, there was no way it was going to go in there. Even just like holding pressure on the dizzy and just like turning it over and stuff like would not go in. But somehow I just tried to go like way off from where it should be at, and then just put it in and then turn it back to top dead center, and somehow it worked. So it runs again, finally. Fire up. I don't want to run it too long because I don't have the radiator in, so yeah. Just reach on through there. She lives. All right, awesome. Had to go crack a beer for that. I was just like, yes, about time. Feel like I tried all the different combinations for ages and just would not go. I'm like, these bloody Fords. I want to go back to my Holden VL. All right, so a simple job like that turned out to be a lot bigger. Now I just got to slap it back together and put coolant back in it, and should be all right. All right, let's go. Pre-mixed coolant, top it back up. Well, you drank all that like it was nothing. So it'll be water after that. All right, a little bit more water. It's probably gonna need a top up even after this, so. Well, still took a fair bit more water. So I'll get it by until I get some more coolant. It's all back in there. Let's just fire it back up again, and yeah, let's just see what happens. Ooh. She definitely doesn't run as good as what she used to. Still have to, yeah, definitely give it do the timing. It's not idling perfect how it was before. It idles smooth and stuff, but it's not. Hang on. Oh yeah, coolant's bloody tripping out, saying it's bloody fucking boiling. Oh, it's because out there, it's not plugged in. I need smaller hands for everything for this car. If I can get it on there while still holding the camera. Twist it this way, maybe? Or upside down. I don't know, let's see how that goes. Apparently that's in there. Oh, I wonder if that'll do anything. Might be safe, put that back on. Feels like 1,000 attempts. Alright. Coolant's not just going straight to the top. That's a plus. Well, she's running. All right. Good enough. Well, it's running. It's not running, so that's a plus. So there's a couple little things I've just done. So gas struts, leads are done, distributor's done. Yeah, I thought about it as I was doing it. Probably should have done the coil because it's pretty well in the exact same place. What I noticed, because the car was sitting for so long as well, and I think that's the big thing when you don't use a car for so long. Like all the parts where the rotor would go around and it would touch all the metal and stuff, everything just started like corroding. Even like all the plug leads and stuff like that on the backs of like the spark plugs and stuff like that, they were all corroded as well. Just little stuff like that. I think that's like just from sitting around for so long. Yeah, but yeah, so done all that. Hopefully she runs better. I'll have to take it for a test drive eventually. So I'm gonna probably wrap this video up here, and thank you guys for watching. Hopefully it wasn't as painful as me needing to work on this car. Yeah, give us a like, subscribe, comment. Thank you. See you next time.